Now we're back out in the garden today because I thought today we'd make something called a wildlife warrior headband, or you can call it a garden crown. What you need is a really big piece of paper. This doesn't matter if it's on magazines or if it's a piece of wrapping paper, or it might even be newspaper. It really doesn't matter because we're going to stick things on it. So it doesn't matter what it looks like. So what we're going to do, we're going to make it big enough to go around our heads. So if you haven't got a really big piece of paper, you might want to stick two together. Okay, so we're going to make our massive paper. Do you know what shape it is? Can you guess? It's a rectangle. We're going to roll it up to make a cylinder. Okay, the first thing you've got to do is roll it in. It's a little bit tricky. You might need an extra pair of hands to do it. Doesn't matter if it goes wrong. We'll make a big cylinder, and when we've made the cylinder, we're gonna squash it. Okay. Oh. You can even pat it on the ground so it's nice and flat. And this bit is going to go around your head to make your warrior headband. For your wildlife warrior headband, or if you want to call it a garden crown, you can do that. Now, I have told you lots of times before when we're in cherubs, so when you're using sellotape, you need to have something you can stick the end to so you don't lose it, so you're not constantly having to get your grown-ups going, I've lost the end of the sellotape. So, I've got a garden chair with me. And I am going to stick the end of my sellotape on the end of my garden chair because I'm going to be using lots and lots of sellotape today. Sorry if you see cats running by.
No.
We're not going to stick them to the wildlife warrior. They wouldn't like it. Chico's busy destroying next door's cat because she's not very good at sharing. So, two pieces of sellotape first. Okay. We're going to wrap them around the ends of our wildlife crown. We don't want the ends sticking out on it, okay? Now, we're not going to put it round our heads until the very end, okay? Because it's quite difficult to stick things onto a round object. So we're going to keep it long and thin for now. Now, the next bit is you've got your sellotape stuck on something, so you don't want to lose the end. You've got your scissors that you check for okay to have with your grown-up. The next thing we're going to do is look around our gardens and see what we can stick on our wildlife crown. Now, you can't go around cutting all the flowers in your garden because you get into lots of trouble. So you need to ask your grown-up what you can cut and what you can't, and they'll help you to check you do it safely. Okay? But have a look around on the floor first. You might find all sorts of bits. So the first thing I found is an old leaf from last autumn. So I'm going to stick that onto my wildlife crown. So I'm going to cut my sellotape. And remember we talked before about making them nice and long pieces. Put the end back on. Put my scissors down. I'm going to get my leaf. I'm going to stick it on. Okay, so I've got a leaf for my first thing. Oh, also some more leaves on the floor here. And look, I've got even a flower that's blown off. So it's a long one, that one. I'm going to stick that on my wildlife crown. So again, out. Stick it back on. I've got a flower and a leaf now on my wildlife warrior band. So I've got a leaf on its own. Now this one's a soft one. It's fallen off this spring. It hasn't come from last winter. I'm going to stick that one on next. You might find all sorts of things. And if you haven't got a garden, don't worry. If you go for a walk with your grown-ups with a little bag or a bucket, you might find lots of things you want to stick on to your wildlife warrior band. Okay, so I have got a flower and two leaves so far. So I might have a look around and see what else is around on the floor. Oh, I've got some little crunchy. You hear the noise they're making, leaves. Again, I think those ones, because of the colour of them, you see they're brown, are from last autumn. So I'm going to stick them on my wildlife warrior band. That's it. If they don't stick on very well with sellotape, that's the best thing about sellotape. You can always put on a little bit more. Now, don't put anything living on your band. If you find a snail shell, you could stick it on, but not if the snail is still in it. So let's see what else we can find. Let's have a little closer. Okay, so we're down here now. In my grass, I've got some mealworms, birdseed. I've got some sunflower seeds for birdseed, so you might want to stick those on your wildlife warrior band. I've also got lots and lots of blades of grass. I've got some nice long ones and some little short ones. So I'm going to put some of those on my warrior band. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now don't just grab handfuls, because if you just grab handfuls, you'll rip it out the ground and it won't grow back. So you just want to break off each little tiny blade to stick on. Okay, so we're going to stick them on next. So we need some more sellotape. Oh, nearly lost the end that time. We're going to stick the bits of grass. Now if it's a bit windy where you are, you'll have to hold onto them tight. All 4 of them. And I'm going to stick them onto our wildlife warrior band. Can you see? You might want to make lots and lots of grass on yours. Now, because this is my garden, I know I'm allowed to cut certain things. But as I said, you have got to ask your grown-ups about this, because you've got to be safe with the scissors and check you're not cutting anything you're not allowed to cut. So I'm going to have a little look. We've already got one of these flowers. But we haven't got one of these ones. So I'm not going to cut the flowers because they haven't come out yet. But what I am going to do is cut myself a leaf, because leaves are all different shapes. And this one has got some really big leaves. So I'm not pulling it and breaking it. I'm just snipping it. You see, this one's a big leaf. It's got like fronds coming out of it all the way round. And I'm going to stick that one on my wildlife warrior band. Okay. Ooh, I think this one is going to need more than 1 piece of sellotape. Okay. Oh dear, my sellotape's just fallen off. I'm going to find the end now. What I'm always telling you lot what not to do. Right, got it. Stick it back on the chest. So, what else I can find? Oh, I can find some sticks. Maybe I can stick them on my wildlife warrior band. It's getting longer. Let's stick the sticks on. Now, if you get really big sticks, you have to be careful that when you put your band on your head, don't poke yourself in the face with them. So make sure the pointy end of your sticks is going up, not towards your face and down. Okay, so I've got all these bits stuck on first. I'm going to have a little look around and see what I can see in the soil. Ooh, that's too big. Ooh, I've got a bit of a pear that's fallen out of the tree before it's ready. I think I'm going to stick that on. Okay, I'm going to stick this one on. See, it's all stuck down hard. Okay, and have a little look what else I can find in here. Oh, there's more little pears. There's old leaves. What else can we find in the flower bed? Ooh. Oh. No, mud. You can try and stick mud on. Found some more grass. Some more old leaves. You might find snail shells. You might find stones. You can put anything on that you want to. Okay, so when you've got all your bits stuck on, then you need to stick it around your head. So it's going to make a rounder shape. Okay, you're going to need an extra pair of hands for this because you're going to stick your sellotape on it and you're going to wrap your sellotape round. You're going to need a couple of times. You're going 1 and then 2. And then if you hang your sellotape, don't leave it too long so it doesn't twist, and snip. You've got your wildlife warrior crown. So, as I said, you can go on a walk and find some bits. You can hunt around the garden, check with your grown-ups about using the scissors and what you're allowed to cut. You might make a really spiky one, or you might want one with just crunchy things on. Or if you've got lots of flowers in your garden and your grown-ups let you cut them, you might make a really pretty one. Have a think about what you'd like to put on your wildlife warrior crown. Enjoy making it. Bye.